Well, we have a cold night in the Northeast. A bad evening to be without a parka, but we are set for football at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the New York Jets. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. Well, this offense, Charles, we've talked about how well they played all season, sitting now at 13-0 and the finish line for a perfect regular season. That's in sight. Some in the media this week were pointing back to the 07 Patriots. Of course, remember, they finished the regular season unbeaten, but they were tested multiple times in that final month plus.
Yeah, with something like 4 of their last 6 wins were one-possession games, and they played like a team that was trying to protect something instead of chasing something. And that's what happens when you have an undefeated record. So he'll
be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Will McDonald in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. But just 2 plays in, and Charles already their first sack defensively.
Yeah, how about that? That didn't take long, did it? And now they look at 3rd down, and that's another time to try and go and get the quarterback too.
And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13. Operating from the gun, Cruz. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's patience to be admired right there, because he looks left, looks right, and waits for the right guy to come open, spots him in the middle of the field, and delivers.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Hand off to Gibbs, headed right here. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. This defense for the Jets, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
And how'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense on the spot on almost every snap? If the ball was in the air, they took it away. If the ball was pop free, they picked it up. 5 takeaways in last week's game.
Second down, and they go back to Gibbs. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
The The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this third down. Operating from the gun. Cruz. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. It's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions, can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Second and 10 at the 44-yard line.
On second down, a run with Hall. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4. You talk about this Lions defense. Well, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, do you now decide that I can't throw the ball against this team and try and run it like crazy? Or do you challenge them? This is going to be fun.
The first down line at the 34 here on third down. From the shotgun, Wilson. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. The Jets at 11-2 now. They have certainly got it rolling as of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, the very next game, you point out to them, we're on a nice run here. And if we keep doing this, we'll be playing at home in the postseason. And we know that could ride us all the way to the Super Bowl if we get that done.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the 29, here's 2nd and 5. From the gun, it's Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now Wilson. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0. Well, it's not the touchdown that they wanted, CD, but still, they got to be pretty happy here. You steal the ball away from them on their opening possession, and you turn that into the early 3-0 lead.
Yeah, you painted the picture perfectly there. All the things that have gone on. And the important thing, other than the lead, of course, is as you described, both sides of the ball now have some momentum.
Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Their second drive here, the ballgame, Charles. Remember last time they threw the interception, but the defense held up. It bent a little bit, didn't break, only giving up the 3 points.
Yeah, obviously they left some points on the table there their last time out, but boy, they have to thank their defense for holding the opposition just 3 after they threw the pick. Their turn now. Back out on the field, put together a good drive, and get some points of their own.
He was looking that time for Jamison Williams, and now it's second down. You talk about this Jets defense. They were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
No matter what coverage was called, they were in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. I mean, they were running the routes with them. Turned out, they were right there on every single ball thrown and came away with 5 interceptions.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. That pass caught, it's Williams. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one good for 26 and a first down. Off the play fake. Cruz. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. They'll look to throw again. There's Laporta. He's got it. Touchdown, Lions. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. So from the 37, here's a 2nd and 4. Hall again. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism. They created some nice space for him.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll run with Hall. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Here's the Jets punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkout bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year, but you think this game, their toughest test yet.
I absolutely do, because to me, this is a good measuring stick game because they've been able to...
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Now he's free at the 35. Amon-Ra St. Brown. Touchdown, Detroit. Amon-Ra St. Brown. Halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. There he goes, right side. And he goes out of bounds after a solid return to the 45.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. One first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. After one, a 14-3 ball game. Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Wilson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just fun.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Down to the 10. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. But Charles, he was looking for just a short throw. Kept it in range for the rare linebacker pick 6.
And give him full credit for his focus. He just kept the quarterback in his sights, and where he was looking to throw, he positioned himself perfectly to be there for the interception. He made the play of the game for his defense right there.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts. He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
3rd down and 1. They'll go again with Hall. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there, and a Jet first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Cook now off the read option. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
Nice run defense presented there, and what I mean by that is discipline. Guys filling the right gaps in the right holes, no one over pursuing, and making a very nice play.
On 2nd down, Wilson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now it's Wilson. That is caught. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
27-yard line.
Now Wilson. Catch is made by Hardman. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And he whips that one incomplete there.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Second and 10. They'll give to Hall. They showed some tough running, but they'll drop him at the 5-yard line. 43 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Wilson. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
Yeah, still yet to find the end zone. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they...
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race.
Jamison Williams.
Touchdown, Detroit.
Jamison Williams, his first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Lions are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point try now for Patterson.
He's got it, and the lead swells. It's 28-6.
The score, Lions 28, Jets 6. Riley Patterson, the kickoff for the Lions.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now it's Wilson. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 7. To throw is Wilson. And that will be incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Gibbs straight ahead. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Back to throw. Cruz. Going underneath. Gibbs
Gibbs has it.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, Cruz.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he is going to have a Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the 1st down.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
No way, you're kidding me! Get this stop defense!
Gibbs going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3.
Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow, and this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on 1st down.
They'll try to run with Gibbs.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal.
Looking to throw. Cruz to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Riley Patterson now on for the field goal.
From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle.
Patterson's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Throwing is Wilson. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
I know for us it's fun And it's not so much fun for the rookie receivers when we see them coming into the league and we're going to training camps. You see them working on getting 2 feet down instead of 1. But the best ones train in college trying to get 2 down instead of 1, so the transition's a little bit less. In this case, though, wasn't able to complete it anyway.
Wilson. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And quick throw here, that's complete. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Throwing again here, Wilson. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Here's Wilson to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
Down several scores and playing behind the chains is not the way to have success in this one. Right now, if you're the offensive line, your big concern, protecting your quarterback and give him a chance to try and throw something downfield to pick up the needed yardage.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Wilson. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Here's the Jets punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
Ready?
The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. And the fair catch signaled for and taken, so they'll begin this 3rd quarter from their 25-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. A CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Third and 3.
Back to throw. Wilson. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down. So hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Here's Williams to return. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards.
And the Lions will take over. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Drive starts with a run from Gibbs.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
From the 34-yard line, here's a 2nd down and 9.
Off play action. Cruz. Open man right side is St. Brown. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a 1st down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Cruz on 1st down.
Setting up the screen. This is Gibbs.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide. And these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. A give right side for Gibbs.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it.
52 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Defense really kept him in check running the football in the first half. Maybe that'll be a spark for him here in half 2.
So 2 words come to mind for me. Resilient, because he has to keep bouncing back after some limiting runs. And how about relentless? Keep going, knowing that you may pop one as he just did there.
Going back to Gibbs on 1st down.
He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Second and 6 from the 10.
Looking to throw. Cruz. And he's got it. And he's brought down. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Back to throw. Cruz sliding out of the pocket. And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play.
So when the defense complains about having to do pursuit drills in the heat of training camp, plug in this play. Excellent pursuit. Force the quarterback out of the pocket. He ends up trying to run for it. Instead, he goes out of bounds and loses yardage. That goes down as a sack for the defense.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. stopped short. Down at the 1. Had the broken tackle, but couldn't get it all the way home. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
Come on, set. Steal, black.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Out to the flat, that's complete to his running back. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal.
They dialed up the blitz on 3rd down, and your worry as a defense that they can hit you with a big play in that situation. Instead, the blitz pays off, able to rally to the football and make the play.
Patterson's kick is good.
And that will extend their lead even further.
I got to think at this point, 3rd quarter, if you're able to hold on to the ball, get 3 at the end, that's all you're looking for.
I would agree with that because right now, this is a job well done by them. In fact, it's almost time for handshakes, a little dap on the sidelines, maybe even start to discuss post-game plans. And for the guys who haven't played yet, go ahead and get loose. Your time is now. In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Down the numbers. There he goes.
Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
Nicole Hardman.
87 yards.
And the Jets are able to cut into that deficit.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And that'll cut the lead back now to 21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
From the end zone, here comes Williams.
Breaks through the contact. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. He'll get this to about the 38.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Another run for Gibbs here.
And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Cruz now on 3rd down. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. Taken in at the 11. It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return.
And the Jets will take over. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Throwing again. Wilson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Edwards. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right.
Oh, a dangerous pass there, and it's intercepted.
And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
Now Cruz on 1st and 10. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Let's go.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night.
Now a 2nd and 10. From the gun, Gibbs will get it. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 73 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football.
He's got a man complete. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit.
Sam Laporta
with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year.
And the Lions add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And that'll increase their lead to 28.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. This has been frustrating for them to this point. They have not looked the same as they did coming in, riding that impressive 6-game win streak.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw into the hands here of Hardman.
That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
With this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline, because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Steps away to his left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there looked like nobody open. Now second down.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
To throw again is Wilson. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down.
So now Wilson and the Jets with a 3rd and long here following the sack.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Can't believe I paid for this.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And this one is incomplete. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position.
Set, ready. Ready.
On 1st down, Davidson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the 1st down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
And he is going to lose yardage here. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4.
Well, so much for that possession.
Yeah, I think he tried to do a little too much there, partner. He tried to keep it himself. Ended up getting buried in the backfield, and that brings up 4th down.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately, not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Ball again on second down. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Here is 3rd and 5.
Now Wilson. And that is incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
And intercepted. Wilson's 3rd of the game.
Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. They'll run on 1st down. It's Davidson. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
A big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line that hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, this one probably not the close game you would expect or hope to see in prime time, CD. But, of course, that wasn't their intent in preparing for this one. They said they felt like their offense was ready to put up some points. And, my goodness, it has been a dominant display in front of a national audience.
Yeah, they thought it, and it certainly came to fruition, didn't it? They've been dominant in so many ways in this one. If you weren't paying attention to this group before, you certainly are now after seeing this type of victory from them.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And, boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off.
On 2nd down, it's Davidson, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
Over the middle, complete. That's Evans. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on third down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance at yards after the catch there, and they stopped him short.
Patterson's kick is good.
And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, the only silver lining on the other sideline, CD, is that they kept him out of the end zone. But still, that's another 3 points added on to this large lead.
Yeah, no shortage of scoring or big plays on defense in this one. And even up by 4 possessions, still finding ways to create opportunities and capitalize with points.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Kirby Joseph.
Intercepted by the Lions. They'll take over 1st down and goal to go at the 9-yard line.
And they will take a knee here. And they take a knee.
What is this? Man, come on! What are you doing?
Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some